It's time for another skincare video. Hello, bonjour. My name is Kiani. I am a cosmetic nurse based here in Canada. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of my all-time favorite skincare products that I've been using myself for about a year and a half. I'm going to discuss all the pros and cons and features and benefits and all the things you need to consider before you start using this incredible skincare product. So let's get started. And the product that I'm referring to is called Retin A. I'm sure many of you might have even heard or seen advertisements talking about Retin A or retinol. But before we dive into it, I just want to say that all information discussed in this video is for educational purposes only, and that you must consult with your healthcare professional to ensure that this product is right for you. Retin A and retinol both come from vitamin A, but the main difference between the two of them is that Retin A tends to be a lot more aggressive, and in most parts of the world, you do need a prescription for Retin A. Retinol, on the other hand, tends to be a bit more mild compared to Retin A, and therefore you don't necessarily need a prescription for it. And in most countries, you can actually walk into a drugstore or a cosmetic store and get retinol over the counter. But for Retin A, you definitely need a doctor's prescription, but at least here in Canada. But just remember, just because retinol tends to be more mild compared to Retin A, doesn't mean that it doesn't have all those side effects that come from Retin A, which I'll be discussing momentarily. As a nurse, a lot of my decisions are based on evidence and science, and when it came to Retin A, it was no exception. I had seen so many of my patients benefit from use of Retin A in improving the quality and appearance of their skin. So when it came to using Retin A for myself, I didn't even have to think twice about it. My journey to using Retin A began about a year and a half ago. I had some very minor concerns with skin texture, pore size, some of the fine lines, pigmentation. And as I said, because I had seen so many of my own patients benefit from the use of Retin A, it was no brainer when it came to choosing Retin A for myself. Retin A is so versatile that it can be used by a wide range of different age groups. If you are someone who is a teen suffering from acne and excessive oil production, Retin A can benefit you and improve your skin. If you're someone who is in your 40s and 50s and 60s and concerned with skin texture, fine lines and wrinkles, Retin A can also improve all of those concerns too. Because Retin A is an active ingredient and is able to address so many skin concerns in such a short period of time, it also comes with some undesirable side effects. Now, those side effects can be something as mild as some skin dryness to something as aggressive as excessive skin flaking, inflammation, and sometimes even cracking of the skin. Now, all of these side effects can be easily minimized if you choose the right type of Retin A for your skin type, which means the right formula, the right strength, and also the right amount of frequency of use based on your skin type and your skin concerns. Prescription Retin A usually comes in two types of formulas. You can get a gel-based Retin A or you can get a cream-based Retin A. When I started using Retin A, I went for the gel-based, which was not suitable for my skin type because it was too drying for my skin. That type of Retin A is ideal for someone who has excessively oily skin or someone who has acne. They would benefit a lot more from a gel-based formula because it's not adding any more oil to your skin. So I switched over from gel to a cream-based Retin A, and all of a sudden, all of those side effects were not fully gone, but they were definitely a lot less. So making sure the right formula for your skin type and based on your skin concerns is very important. And the same principle applies to the strength of the Retin A that your doctor prescribes for you. I have been using 0.025% from the beginning, and I find that that percentage is ideal for my skin type and my skin concerns. I have not had the need or desire to move up to a higher percentage just because I find that 0.025 is just the right amount for me, and it doesn't give me all of those undesirable side effects, or I get the minimal amount of it. So the moment I realized that it's no longer affecting my skin the way I wanted to affect, or I no longer see the results that I was expecting or seeing in the beginning from the 0.025% Retin A, at that point I will probably move on to a higher percentage. But as I said, it has been working really well for me at this percentage, so I am sticking with 0.025. And your doctor will determine what percentage is right for you based on your skin type, your age, and your skin concerns. So that's also a very important factor to remember when you are deciding to go with the use of Retin A. Frequency of use, or how often you apply Retin A to your skin, also determines the type of results that you will get from Retin A, and also the type of side effects that you will experience from using Retin A. The beauty of the frequency of use is that you can always scale back. If you find that you are seeing some undesirable side effects like excessive skin peeling or redness, you can always scale back. And if you're someone who is new to using Retin A or retinol based products, it's always best to start low and then build tolerance over a period of time. As an example, when I started using Retin A, I was only using it once or twice a week max, and I was allowing my skin to have a break for 2 to 3 days in between each application. That allowed my skin to go through that cell renewal process, some of the peeling that I experienced in the beginning, and then over a period of time, my skin is at a point that I can use Retin A every other night. I'm still not at a point where I can use it every night, because I find that if I use it every night, I end up having really extremely dry, flaky skin. So by allowing my skin to have 1 or 2 days break in between, I'm able to experience the least amount of side effects. So frequency and strength are two important factors that you want to consider when it comes to using Retin A, especially if you're someone who is new to using Retin A on your skin. Another important factor to remember is the amount of Retin A that you apply to your skin. Less is more when it comes to Retin A. Usually the recommended amount for your whole face is not more than a pea size. This should cover your entire face and should provide you with all the benefits that you're looking for. If you're applying the same amount of Retin A to your skin that you would as a moisturizer, that is way too much Retin A, and you will have your skin on fire. When you're applying Retin A to your skin, you want to make sure that you massage it in really well. If Retin A sits on top of your skin, what you will experience is all those unnecessary, easily avoidable side effects such as redness and peeling. By massaging it in really well into your skin, you're going to have the least amount of those side effects. Now, these are some of the areas that you never want to apply Retin A to on your face. Now, those areas are mucous membrane. So that would be around the nose area, around the mouth area. That area is so fragile that if you apply Retin A to anywhere near the nose or around the mouth area, you're going to experience excessive cracking of the skin, which can also lead to bleeding at times. And trust me, it's very uncomfortable. You don't want that. So avoid anywhere where you have mucous membrane. And then you don't want to go near the eyes. You can go on your cheeks, but trying to avoid close to the eye area, because the skin under the eye tends to be very fragile and thin. And because Retin A is a very active ingredient, it can cause a lot of excessive peeling, dryness, and irritation under the eye. So you definitely want to stay away from under the eye area and also your eyelids. So anywhere on the eye area you want to stay away from. Your mucous membrane you want to stay away from. Another area you don't want to apply Retin A to is anywhere off the face unless prescribed by your doctor. Only apply Retin A at nighttime on a freshly washed face. After washing your face, it's always best to wait about 5, 10 to 15 minutes depending on how much time you have at nighttime. This time allows your skin to produce some natural oils, and those oils will slow down the penetration of Retin A into your skin, therefore giving you the least amount of side effects. And if you don't have that 5, 10, or 15 minutes to spare at nighttime before you apply your Retin A to your skin, another way of getting around that is that you wash your face and then you apply a thin layer of one of your favorite moisturizers, and then you apply Retin A on top. The reason you want to do that is because the moisturizer is going to act just like your natural skin oils as a barrier between your skin and the Retin A. But trust me, the Retin A will penetrate right through it. The only difference is that it's going to be a slower delivery, therefore giving you the least amount of side effects. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or feedback, you can always leave them in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.